Karnataka results are out.
Right.
Mr. Singh, I'll come back to you. BJP will get 18 seats, JDS will get 2 seats, which makes it 20, and the Congress is going to get 8 seats. Now, there was lot of contesting views, Neha, because Congress was thinking that they will get at least 12 seats, but for BJP, because last time BJP had all the seats except one.
Yes,
all the
that's
seats
correct.
except one. And they had swept Karnataka. So it's like a.
But come to think of it, I don't think the BJP would be complaining too much because remember, they lost the assembly election and many had thought that there was a resurgent Congress in Karnataka.
Charu, do you think, are you satisfied with this mixed bag of Karnataka? You had swept Karnataka last time. Are you happy with this mixed bag? Yeah, unmute yourself.
Yes, now I'm audible. I think we're going to repeat our 2019 performance in Karnataka, and the reason for that has been a lot of appeasement politics of the recent Karnataka government. In fact, they have gone all out and exposed themselves for multiple things: the freebies, the way they have carried out appeasement repeatedly, the way they had to backtrack and change certain legislations. So I think a repeat of 2019 is very much possible. In fact, why are we talking about a repeat of that? Maybe we'll win that extra seat that we didn't win last time around.
Okay. Ajit?
BJP had won 25 out of 28 last time.
Okay.
And so they are basically down by 5 seats.
Yeah.
Which is not what was being projected by the left liberal groups. They were pointing out a much lower than 5. I mean, the big states for the India alliance was supposed to be Karnataka, Maharashtra and Bihar, right?
Yes, especially after they won the assembly elections with
correct.
such a big
That
majority. So I don't think the BJP would mind this at all.
Right.
And to
but
add
it's a
to
net
it,
reduction of 5 seats.
Mr. Meka, are you there with me? Are you satisfied with this? I think Mr. Meka is not there with me. Krishna, why do you think this result is there? BJP house was not in order. Yedurappa was retired, forced to retire. A chief minister was changed. Congress government came back to power. You had the Lingayat issue. Then you had the Revanna issue. So many things went against BJP and they are still at 18. It should have been 18 and 8. But still, it's 18.
I was just about to say that the fact that despite all of the factors that you mentioned, despite what's happening with the JDS as we speak and what's been happening with the JDS over the last 1 month, if the BJP manages to put up 18 seats in Karnataka, you're looking at a very good overall national number for the BJP, Karthikeya. This is a very good result for the BJP, even if they get 18. Congress, yes, it's an
and it's plus 2.
Yeah, and for Congress to get 8, now that is something that the Congress should be extremely worried about, because this is a state where they're looking to wrest the control back away from the BJP onto them like they did, Neha, like you've been talking about, like the state assembly elections. If they still manage to get only 8 seats in the Lok Sabha elections, well, the Congress is in deep trouble if it gets only 8 seats in Karnataka.
In fact, let me put that question to Ram Pratap Singh. Mr. Singh, Karnataka, if you go by these numbers and if they hold on the 4th of June, I would say would be a huge disappointment for the Congress and the India alliance. The Congress is the ruling party. Just less than 6 months ago, the party won a huge mandate in the assembly election. And now if the BJP manages to hold on to even 18 seats and the Congress ends up with just about 8, would you not say that it's a very poor performance, especially given that it is the South where the Congress was hoping to really make its mark?
Right, yeah, you're right. That would be fairly disappointing if that happens. But what we are hoping, as I said, because UP and certain central Indian states like Madhya Pradesh and Rajasthan, where if the India alliance is able to, and that was where the BJP was like a huge majority in last 2 elections, and if we are able to break into that and increase our numbers there, then the certain losses in certain South Indian states would definitely be offset in a much bigger way by what happens in UP and Rajasthan and maybe even Haryana for that matter.
Okay, Dr. Verma, last time when Congress came to power, the data was very clear. And data was that the Congress party had eaten into Mr. Gowda's vote. But they had not eaten into the Hindutva vote. It had just marginally come down. Is it telling us something nationally? Is it telling us something nationally that the expansion of the Congress may take place, but at the expense of regional party, but overall that the Hindutva vote or whatever you may call it, it's like the larger amalgamation of subaltern Hindutva stays firm with BJP.
Kartikeya, if you remember, the Karnataka voter has a very unique tendency of voting differently. And if I correctly remember, in both the previous assembly elections, the vote share of the BJP was 38%, in spite of the fact that they lost government this time. But the vote share was stable. But in the previous parliamentary election 2019, if I correctly remember, the vote share of the BJP was around 52%. So, I mean, looking at the fact that the Karnataka voter distinguishes between the state assembly election and the parliamentary election is one very important factor that we have to factor in. And therefore, what the exit poll indicates, 20 seats, in the backdrop of the Congress government recently in Karnataka, I would consider this a good number. And I do not know whether it is a Hindutva vote or a subaltern amalgamation vote, but certainly, I mean, Karnataka is a developed state in that way, and the development becomes a very important factor over there. So I would understand that people in Karnataka, they have understood the development,
you have a point there,
global.
but we will also have to wait and see. Karnataka is not one identity. You have Kittur Karnataka, you have southern Karnataka,
Coastal Karnataka.
Coastal Karnataka. There used to be a word Bombay Karnataka. I think they have changed it. Then
and
Hyderabad Karnataka. So you have different parts of Karnataka. I mean to say there have been reporting assignments where we had to go to Panjim and we had to go to northern Karnataka, and you would land in Panjim and then go to northern Karnataka and not Bengaluru. It's like that. So it's a completely different territory.
But I have a question for you, Kartikeya. When the assembly election happened in Karnataka less than 6 months ago, the Congress and its supporters said, you see, religion doesn't work here, divisive issues. They talked about Bajrang Bali. None of that works in a state like Karnataka. It is all about people's issues. The Congress agenda, that resonated with the people.